What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? DoctorDDub here, and welcome back to the forest. It feels good to be able to say that again. Alright, so after last episode, or like I said, I wouldn't even call it an episode, but after last forest video, the verdict was clear. People want option number 3, which is to have guests show up. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Out of the 13 people that gave a response as far as which option they'd prefer, 13 people preferred option number 3, so, or some variation of option number 3. And I had mentioned that I might structure it like different people for different builds. But the one thing I mentioned last time is that the only upside of Carson no longer being in this Let's Play is that it's a lot less work to edit. And if I'm excited about the less work editing, I shouldn't try and make more work elsewhere to negate that one positive. Basically, what I was going to do is have different people show up for different builds, like have 1 or 2 people help me with the archery range, and then some other people help with something else. But that, I started thinking about the logistics of it. Ugh, no thank you. That's just... I'm making more work for myself where there doesn't need to be more work made for myself. Anyway, right now I'm framing out the rooms for the interior of this counselor cabin. What I'm going to be doing is finishing off, not necessarily this episode, but finishing off the 3 counselor cabins by myself, because that's something Carson and I started and I want to finish. But then after that, I will be opening it up to other people to join. And what I'm thinking of doing, as far as how I want to handle it, I'll probably just open up the server for a couple days, not, solid straight days, but a couple times. I'll post on Discord, hey, if anyone wants to join, let me know. And on that note, if anyone is interested, please, in the comments of this video, let me know, express your interest, and I will make sure to, create a channel in Discord for it or something. I don't know. I'll figure out some way to communicate with everyone. But what I'm planning on doing is having, a couple hours where I say, hey, I'll be online for the next few hours. If anyone wants, feel free to join in, and we can go through the caves and get people the gear that I have. Not everything, because I still want to find things myself, kind of. I need to add doors here. But I don't know. Like I said, I haven't given this too incredibly much thought, but something about just, getting everyone caught up on the same level that we are, or that we progress to as far as equipment. And we've got enough skins saved up and stuff that people can make themselves water skins and spear bags and stick bags and rock bags and all that stuff. So I'm not too worried about that. And that'll kind of eliminate the... if someone joins in on the last build of the summer camp and they have nothing, I mean, farming logs is slow and tedious. I haven't thought about fighting cannibals yet by myself. I am not looking forward to that. But I think I have gates closed. Uh-huh. Oh, hi out there. How's it going? I think they just shout regardless. I don't think they have to be pissed off and coming to fight you. Anyway, back to these walls. So I want to indent them, or I don't know, depends on what way you look at them, because I don't like just long, straight walls. I gotta break it up somehow. Just like we did with the other 2 counselor cabins, we added the 4 little pillars in the center to break things up. Same with this. I want to, instead of having one long straight wall, just bring it in by like a foot, and I think it looks nice. Plus, this will give this room, I don't know, it'll make it feel a little smaller, which is kind of the goal. This is going to be one large room, and then 2 smaller ones on the side with sort of a hallway down the middle. I think that'll work nice. I don't remember where I started that. I think I started it right on the middle there, and then yeah, that works. I hope at least. And then this should run to the end and do forest things like it always does and connect up. I think I like that. I'm going to run outside real quick and make sure nothing's clipping where it shouldn't be, because I did run those to the very edge. We're good on this side. Beautiful. Oh man, yeah. I really hope I don't die in the interim of not having people join me yet. Cause that's gonna suck. Cause in multiplayer, speaking of not dying, in multiplayer, if you die, you don't actually die. You just go down and someone else can pick you up. But in this, stakes are a little bit higher. So I gotta be a little bit more careful with going balls to the wall, fighting cannibals. And I also need to make sure I remember to put my meat on the rack. When I loaded this save, I had 4 pieces of meat, 3 fish, 2 rabbits, and 3 lizards, all of which were spoiled. So I gotta try and be better about that. And I'm loving this new, I say it's new. I recently discovered it. The trick where you can select what you're putting on the racks instead of just hoping that the dried stuff, or sorry, not the dried stuff, the non-dry stuff goes on the rack. All right, though. Walls are ready to go. This is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 logs. I haven't really thought this through too much. I didn't restock logs. We should be fine for today. I'm hoping, because bringing logs over here by myself, it's doable. But whenever the logs, and I might even show you guys if I have to do that, but whenever I send them over, they all, basically how it works is when you're not near them, if they're outside of your render distance, they try to occupy the same exact place. The game is dropping them in the same place, and because they don't have the physics of another log beneath it when it lands, they all land in the exact same spot. So as soon as you get close enough for them to render in, and you try to put 48 logs in the same space, like the same physical space, the game doesn't like it very much, and they kind of explode and go everywhere. So literally, like, I'm going to try to, basically my field of view right now, that's where we had logs when I did this once before. They went like all the way in the middle of the water, and it's not ideal. But we should have plenty. I hope I don't have to do that this episode. I feel like there's a gator underneath me. Anyway, I guess now that we have, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's make this a time lapse. Let's do it.
But mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
It's done. Okay. Well, I did not really account for the roof line and how it's not connected. So we might end up doing another one. How's that? Hold on. Let me just get these placed. I'm curious what this is going to look like on the roof. Doing this first might... What the heck is it trying to do there? Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna have to... It doesn't like placing it there. Well, what if we... Is that weird? Having it... If we just did these sections, is it that strange? I still don't know what to do about these openings. They might end up staying. I'm not 100% sure. Is it weird having an opening into the other room? Like, the fact that you can see is kind of strange, but I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. I may or may not finish this episode, depending on how long decorating takes. But I'm hoping to have this cabin done this episode. That's at least my goal. We'll see what happens, but I would ideally like that closed, but, you know, there's no slanted options. Ooh. Okay, so you know when we were trying to do the apexes before, and it ended up doing things at weird angles? What is this trying to do? No, I need custom. There we go. If I snap it, what did I do? To the middle, and then there. If I do that, will it raise at an angle? Or is that raising all together? I think that's raising all together. I don't remember how I did this. But I got it to raise like one side at a time. This is clearly raising the entire thing pretty much evenly. Let me tinker with this and see if I can come up with a workable solution. Okay, I think I have something that works. So I was able to get it to basically, it does the same thing that this does, but since the roof is a lot shallower, I guess, is what's causing it. It's more at an angle. There's more, it's not as steep, so it doesn't look like it's straight up and down. But that's kind of okay, because we recessed this wall, it almost looks like it's meant to be, and I kind of like it. I'm going to go ahead and build one of these before I do the blueprint and build the other one, just to see if I like it. Because it's 26 logs, so that's kind of expensive. Give me one sec. Ooh, I like it. It works. And then if we close that off as well, the only openings we'll have are on the front and back. And honestly, I might be able to close... I haven't tried this yet, but I'm just now realizing, somehow, despite me having just done the exact same thing, that I might be able to make this happen. Do the same thing here. Maybe. Or it might be... I don't know. I'll work on that later. Or not at all. We'll see. See if that's an option. I don't mind it. I like it to be closed, but the gap is so narrow that even just using one log would... I don't know. It might even look like too much. But let's see how this looks. Oh boy. Someone's breaking a wall down. Okay, this could be really bad. Or it could be fine, because they're super chill and they're not attacking my walls anymore. Oh gosh. I don't like doing this by myself. It's a little bit more terrifying. Although, luckily we have the katana, and we're a little bit more well-equipped than we once were. Did that guy just lay on the ground for a while and then get up? Yeah, I don't know how people play this game by themselves, but it sounds like a lot worse than doing it with friends. Oh, man. Like, you've probably heard Carson and I say time and time again how much we love having higher athleticism. I don't even know... That's not the right thing. I don't even know what our athleticism is. 71.7. I think that's out of 99. I think. Either way, it's so much better than what it once was, and if I die... I say that as I step into the fire. If I die and lose all that, oh my gosh, it's gonna suck so much. Alright, one thing I did want to check though is the roof. I don't know how this looks, and I really can't get the best vantage point from here. Maybe I can see it from the walkway. I don't know. I want to make sure that the wall we just built doesn't poke out at all. Oh man, I'm loving this area. It doesn't look like it, at least not from here. Can I get any... Can I get up on the... I can, and I know I can't. Okay, yeah. It doesn't poke through. That's totally happening. The front, however... That's a different story. And we might be able to make that work by putting another roof on top of it to make it look intentional. That might be something we can do. Ooh, okay. I'm getting ideas now, and I'm liking them. Okay, so this gap in the front has been an issue for a while. If we do... Oh, crap. I'm going to have to clear so much. But I want it to snap because it goes right there. But basically, if we do the one in the middle and have it look intentional like that, that could kind of work. And then we could do a shallow roof on top of that, which would also get rid of our gap issue. Or now that I'm thinking of it, shallow roofs create the gap issue, so we'd create a second gap issue. Either way, I think it could look cool. And it fixes the giant gaping hole in the front of the building issue. We'll start with the rest of the walls and see what it looks like. But I'm going to go ahead and build this wall as well as these 5, I guess. And hopefully, we've got enough logs over here for that. There's no sadder sight in the world than log storage being empty. Crossing my fingers did nothing. We ran out of logs. But we have a lot more farmed up, ready to go. I just have to get them over here. But unfortunately, our log system is definitely built for 2, not for 1. We got everything built, though, minus this. We need another 16 logs, but then we'll need logs for the decor on the interior, which I plan to do this episode as well. We'll see how that goes. But I'm liking how this is looking. Now that it's closed off, it looks really nice. And I don't think these are going to be identical. Yeah, they're definitely not. I could not for the life of me. I tried for 15 minutes to try and get this to line up properly, and it wouldn't. So it sticks out a little further. That's okay, though. We'll find a way to make it work. We might tuck some shelving in there or something, make it look like it's supported. I don't know. I don't think it's that tall, but... And then we added a window at the top. I think that's kind of nice. You've seen, or I've seen some houses that have windows like that. I think it works. And then as far as the roof goes, it doesn't look terrible. I'd like to get up on the roof. I don't remember how we do that, / if we even left a way to do that on the building somewhere. I don't know. It doesn't look bad, but we'll need to get on top of it and attempt doing a shallow roof. Then again, when are you going to see it from this angle ever? You're not. It's always going to be from down here. And it looks okay, even from... Actually, maybe over here you will. That doesn't look bad. I mean, does it look great? No. Does it work and add a lot on the inside? Yes. And maybe I will do something there. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But either way, I need more logs for whatever's to come next. We need to finish off that wall and then start on the interior. So I will rejoin you when we're on our way back to an exploding pile of logs. I'm so excited. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the most exciting game of 52 card pickup you've ever seen, where 4 cards are missing, and in this case, the cards are logs? Oh gosh. Oh, I am not looking forward to having to pick these all up. Boom! Wow, I've never seen that happen. We got knocked back on the zip line by a direct... Look at this log. It's supposed to be over there. Now I get to pick them all up. See what I mean? The system is not designed for one person. I might try to make some modifications to it. Ever so slight modification. Ever so slight modifications. I think I can pull these up. Somehow. Maybe. Kinda, sorta, not really. And close off the left and right sides somewhat, and maybe just hole cutter through the middle. If I do it with a roof, I could do that for sure, but oh gosh, it sounds so bad. Everything is still moving. Alright, let me clean up my mess. I'll rejoin you once our walls are finished. Okay, it's done. At least the walls are done. We might add the roof later, but I'm not going to worry about that today. We're going to focus on the interior now. Oh, and surprisingly, we only lost one log. And I say it's lost. I wasn't able to find it right now. It's also dark. They float, so it's somewhere. But I just don't know where that one log is. Anyway, we're going to get to decorating this, and I don't know how I want to go about this. The way I'm kind of picturing this with the 3 counselor cabins, clearly this one's a little bit, just architecturally, it's nicer than these. These are long rectangles. This has got some shape. The roof line's cooler, etc. So I'm thinking that from a counselor perspective, a lot of camp counselors return to camp year after year, especially if, you know, you're in high school or college and you're working a summer camp, you do it year after year. And I think it's going to be more of like a returning counselor cabin. So the higher ups, the supervisors of the other counselors. So it'll be a little bit fancier, a little bit nicer. These two are going to be a little bit more cookie cutter, a lot just, you know, kind of bed after bed with very standard, consistent, what's up, bird? Consistent sort of setups, a bed with a nightstand and like a footlocker or something. I don't quite know how I'm going to make that happen, but we'll get there when we get there. Or should I say, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, and speaking of bridge, I don't think I'm going to add the handrails on this. 1, I kind of like being able to jump off whenever. And 2, they don't look very good. You can do them in smaller segments instead of doing one long segment, and it looks a little better. I played around with it a little bit, but it still looks floaty. And with how often I go this direction underneath it, I'd see it every single time. We make sacrifices with other things, but they're usually things that, like right now, the roof line, if I never finish that, that'd be okay, because most of the time I'm looking at the building, it's from down here, and to me that looks okay. It looks a little odd not having a roof line. I'll still fix it eventually, but maybe before next episode. Anyway, though, it's time to get onto the interior. These walls are tall, but I kind of like it. It gives the idea of like lofted ceilings, which is kind of the case compared to over here, although those ceilings might technically be taller. Anyway, this bed is gonna go, I think it's gonna go. And I'm just gonna start decorating. I'm gonna place blueprints first and then build them. I'll probably do the blueprints without you guys and then do a time lapse of building them. And I hope I have the resources to do it because it's so many skins. We did a little bit of farming of skins. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but we have 7 racks full of deer and rabbit skins. I'm pretty sure we pulled all the lizard skin off, but either way, let's get rid of this bed. I'm always hesitant to do this because I don't want to break the floor as well. So I kind of do a little bit at a time and then repair the floor. Although I'm not hitting the floor, so never mind. Or am I? I don't know. Anyway, let me get rid of this and start placing some blueprints. Whew. All right. We have blueprints placed. I don't have all of them placed because there's some that I can't place until I build something. Like if I want to put a arrow basket on top of a side table, I can't do that until the side table is built. But it's not anything too fancy. I wasn't trying to make it too fancy. But we've got some wall planters, some benches, a nice entry space, and a little bit of light from that skull lamp there. Off to our right, we spam the leaf traps to make what will hopefully look like a rug. I've tried this before. We haven't done it in any builds, but it takes a while to build because you have to hit E 50 times per leaf trap. I think there's 8 on this room, and there's 9 in the other room across the hall. But each room's different. They both have, this one has a chandelier, 4 beds, and kind of a curved pattern. I think that's kind of nice. Some wall planters, and then a little seating area in the corner. Across the hall, in the room on the left, we have 4 beds, 2 sticking out from the wall on the left, and then 2 that are flush against the wall on the right. And then a little bench, again with a chandelier, and this has, I believe, 9 leaf traps. And then in the large center room, they've got a fireplace right in the middle, 3 beds off to our right, a little bit of seating, a little bit of lighting for when the fireplace isn't lit. And then another 3 beds off to our left with some tables and a chair scattered about. And I also have some skulls for decor and then a trophy mount up top. And I want to put probably a gator because, heck, they're so easy to get and they're all over the place. But from here, what I plan to do is build as much as I possibly can without having to go grab more resources. And what I mean by that is I'll grab stuff from the base, but I'm not going to go farm more logs or bring more logs over or go kill more rabbits or anything. I'll exhaust what we have and try to make as much progress as I can, and then we'll call it there. So we're going to time-lapse this, so let the time-lapse begin.
Well, you can keep on talking, talking. No one say don't mean nothing, nothing.
done, or at least almost. Oh, and good news, I found our last log. It was literally clipped in right here with the base of the wall. And there it is. We found all 48. It's beautiful, but with this last load of sticks, I did end up farming some. And no, that time-lapse was not anywhere close to all the work that was put in. That took about 30 minutes. But we can say at least we completed a room. These things are so stick intensive, it's unreal. And I guess I'm going to plant something and get an achievement called Green Thumb. Cool. I like how this looks though. And the rug I think came out kind of nice. It's kind of weird looking, but then again, it's the forest, so you take some sacrifices. So our lobby's done and our right room is done. Our room on the left still got quite a bit to go. I think we got most of the skins on everything. And I'll go ahead and finish off anything I can. I think we're just missing sticks for the most part now. And skulls and bones, which we have, but sticks we're clean out of. But yeah, everything else is pretty much... I say that. We're out of rabbit skins too. We just need a lot more sticks and rabbit skins. So if anyone wants to help farm, I will take you up on it. Anyway, though, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's episode. I have no idea how long that took. Well, I know how long that took. I'm sitting at 2 hours of footage right now, but how long this episode's going to be. Hopefully you enjoyed, though. I keep finding stuff I can fix. This is crazy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave down in the comments below whether or not... Wow, that made no sense. If you want to join in on this playthrough, I'll have to, 1, know you, and 2, you need to have somewhat of a decent mic if we're going to be recording audio, because I don't want anyone's ears to bleed. But anyway, let me know if you're interested. And any suggestions, feedback, let me know. I'm open to all criticism, because this is quite a bit different from what I'm used to in the forest, so please let me know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And until then, as always, take care.